I also have Patrick Omukuba. Patrick Omukuba is a very, he's a very determined guy, because he just started on as an applied mathematician, then he went to pure mathematics. He also was at the University of Nairobi, graduated 2 years after Victor, if I'm not wrong, and then he graduated with a degree in applied mathematics. But then he got into a program in pure mathematics, and after that he got an opportunity to go to Germany in the University of Mainz, where he is right now. He's doing a PhD in algebraic geometry, and he's working on Hilbert schemes of point. He will tell us something about that in a way that we can understand, I hope. I would like to welcome Patrick. Patrick, please welcome. Tell us about your academic journey. What has your journey been like? Patrick?
Okay. My journey of mathematics, I'll say it began in a school called Shibinga Secondary School, if you have ever heard of that name. I was enthusiastic about mathematics, and one day I got annoyed with my teacher in Form 2 about quadratic equations when I tried to solve a quadratic equation and I got square root of a negative number. And the teacher said that was beyond my abilities. So we stopped there, but later on he told me it was just to safeguard me so that I could pass the high school, and then I would learn mathematics in another place. So in short, I did well. I was a good student. I passed in my high school, and my aim was always to go to the University of Nairobi. It is the best university, of course, in the country, and it was among the best in Africa. So, and I got a slot at the University of Nairobi at the School of Mathematics. By then, it was Dr. Owere was the director of School of Mathematics. But of course, in mathematics, particularly in Kenya, you have a difficult question to answer that I was suffering from. I was told to answer a question, can mathematics put food on the table? And it was always a difficult question back in the village. But of course, there's that passion part of it to do mathematics. There's that love for mathematics. But there's this question, can this mathematics put food on the table? So when I got to the university, I actually applied for double math. They used to call it double math. So, but first year I was in class, but thinking of that particular question. And one day I went to director's office and asked, I wanted to change my course, not to change, but I wanted to add physics so that I do 2 of them. But then Dr. Were, being wise, he looked at me and said, he was together with Dr. James and Professor Alagai. So they looked at me and said, young man, we know your problem. So you are asking yourself, where will you work with mathematics? Where will it take you?
So sorry, Patrick.
But then they just looked at me, the 3 of them.
Hello, Patrick? I think Matthias has already sent a link that will lead us to another meeting if this one ends. So I would urge everyone to find that link in the chat so that we don't lose anyone. This conversation is getting interesting.
Also, we join another host link. Eh?
Yes. Matthias, are you around?
Some are, yeah, I'm here. Some are joining in the call, right?
Yes. So I will maybe ask everyone to just go there. Then we leave here. It will end in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Opportunity. I would like to call Patrick to close for us. Tell us about the scholarship available. Tell us about what he does in Mainz, and yes, any last words?
It's great hearing people's stories and their journeys in mathematics. There are things that are quite common among us, they are universal, and that is great. And I am lucky that I was here and I've learned enough from a number of people. About my success, I think people have mentioned about mentors. In the University of Nairobi, I will appreciate Dr. Charles Nyandwi for his guidance. Apart from mathematics, there's a time he becomes a father and he talks to you real things about life and to make choices. He made me make a choice between working as a teacher and doing my master's under scholarship. Number two, I will appreciate Dr. Ongaro Jared. He's when I was trying to find out what to do as a project, and I met him through, he was at Oxford finishing up his postdoc, and we did my thesis, bigger part of it in through online, because Geoffrey and I and other people who are doing now algebraic geometry will agree with us that at the University of Nairobi currently we do not have the manpower to do algebraic geometry at a higher level, but we appreciate that we met a mentor in Ongaro, and he has done a lot. So mentors and choosing the right people around you, as Juma has said, Matthias has said the same, Angela has said the same. So choosing the right people also point in the right direction, and they advise you, because I have only 2 eyes, but I needed some other eyes to help me look around. So having people around you, they help you look around for opportunities. For the scholarships, for the German has an exchange program with Kenya. It is called the DAD. More in short, we call it DAD scholarships. I'm not sure if it's open now. It's usually open between July and October. There is an exchange program with German, and most Kenyan students who have studied in Germany, they go under this scholarship. But for my case, I applied it, but I missed it because I made a mistake in my application. So I got a different one. There are also scholarships that are work study kind of. Like my example is that I have to work as I study. I have to teach some classes. This is part of the sponsorship. So you are employed as I'm not here as a student on scholarship, but I'm here as a research assistant. So I have to teach some courses and I have to do my research work. So there are such kind of scholarships. And that's why most of you can hear from my colleagues, they have said that you have to do your best when you, apart from just getting the opportunities, there's what we call you merit for it. From what you have done before, you merit for it. You open a way for yourself. That's why we say that in the first step, just do your best in the current step, then it will open opportunities for the next. So that's how I got to be here. I was finding the scholarship, and then I linked up with a professor in Germany who was doing what I did in my master's thesis under Jared Ongaro. And then he said there's no funds, but there is a position to work and study. And that's how I landed here. So there are those kind of scholarship work study. And I think sometimes we just go to Google. I think Geoffrey did this many times. You go just Google and find out scholarships. You will find some scholarships online and you try to apply them. Sometimes we say we could apply them anyhow. Geoffrey did this a lot. He can agree with me on that. So they are all over. Then Juma has sent some pages there. You can get to locate some scholarships. Yeah, and then also now that we have met on this meeting, it should not stop. We can keep in touch. When I have an opportunity, I see it somewhere, I said you need people to look around because you have just 2 eyes. You need some other 4 eyes or some 5 when someone else can help you look around. So that's the point. And then you should not be limited with the kind of mathematics that you are doing, because if I am using Geoffrey and I, because we share a lot of common things in our masters. If we were limited to do what is in the scope of the University of Nairobi, maybe we could be somewhere else. But we thought this mathematics that someone has pointed to us, let's just do it. And we landed into algebraic geometry when there's only one person to give enough guidance, sufficient guidance, and we are here. Another thing that I will advise much, if chances are given, please attend the workshops that are given in the University of Nairobi and anywhere that you can be able to attend. I got interested in algebraic geometry, in particular the Hilbert scheme of points, in a workshop that was organized in the University of Nairobi, the algebraic geometry group. So when you get a chance to go into these workshops, go there, either statistics, applied math, pure math, you meet different people and you make contacts, and that's how you open your scope and a place to land. The kind of mathematics I'm doing, I'm doing in algebraic geometry and topology. In particular, I work with singularity theory, deformation and resolutions. This is just a language to talk of. We talked of in calculus, we had differentiable functions. There is a point in the domain they could not be. We used to say that the tangent does not exist. So these points are interesting to us to find a way. Some people call them bad points. How do we make them good points where you can integrate or differentiate something? And then we talk of algebraic geometry. It's not something to scare anybody. It's just we talk of, Angela talked of looking about commutative non-commutative algebra. Algebraic geometry is just a higher level of commutative algebra. You have an algebraic equation, then you want to see which kind of picture is this. So that's when now you go to algebraic geometry. You draw the picture and see the geometry part of it, and then you analyze it. That's when you will find in there are some points that are not good. We call singularities, and there are points that are good. We call them smooth points. And then you see what to do with them. So for me, what I do with them is deform them. That means moving them around, or you have to resolve. You remove the singularity and see what else do you what do you get. And then when I do all this, I want to relate that kind of mathematics to finite groups and their actions. So that's kind of the mathematics I'm doing right now. In my half of my, let me say I'm 2.5 years of PhD. I'm in my 3rd year right now, trying to work hard to finish it in 4 years. So that means basically I'm working harder so that by the end of next year I should be through with my PhD. For future thoughts, just have fun with mathematics, and mathematics teaches me that you can solve any problem. So have fun with mathematics, and then solve all the problems that are there in the world, ranging from coronavirus. We have seen Juma in influenza, and looking at the application of applied math to modeling the situations like those ones. And just don't forget to live, and just live. Yeah, I think that's what I can say.
It was great having you, Patrick, and having everyone